Okay, here goes today's lesson. Everything you need to know about circles. Center. A line that joins the center of the circle to the outside of the circle is called the radius. A line that starts on one side of the circle, goes through the center, and connects to the other side of the circle is called the diameter. So the diameter is the distance all the way across the circle going through the center. The radius is the measurement from the center to any point on the outer arc of the circle. So a diameter is equal to 2 radii. So 2 times the radius equals the diameter. Or the radius is equal to 1/2 times the diameter. Okay? You're going to need to know things like area and circumference. The formula for the area of a circle is pi times the radius, or I could write it this way, pi r squared. Sometimes I like to say pi times the radius, just so people know that you're not squaring the pi, you're just squaring the r if you write it as pi r squared. The circumference of a circle is kind of like the perimeter of a circle. It's the distance going around the circle. Okay? And that formula for circumference is either 2 times pi times the radius or pi times the diameter. Again, where the diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. So that probably makes some sense. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about circles. Now, when you move into a study of cylinders, as we've talked about in class, when you look at the footprint of a cylinder, it's nothing but a circle. So the area of that circle footprint would be pi r squared. Since you'd have a top and a bottom to your cylinder, the surface area of a cylinder, would be equal to 2 times pi times the radius squared, because that's 2 times the area of the circle. Plus, if you were to cut down the side of a cylinder and bend it out, you would have a rectangle. And the cylinder rectangle, the body of the cylinder would form a rectangle where the one dimension of the rectangle would be the height of the cylinder, and the other dimension, if you fold out that cut cylinder, would be the very top of it, which would be equal to the circumference of the circle. So that would be 2 pi r times h. So that's why the surface area of a cylinder is 2 times pi r squared plus 2 pi r times h. And the volume of a cylinder would be equal to that same footprint, pi r squared, times the height.